Alright, so in today's video, guys, I'm going to be showing you the best 5 classes to use in Modern Warfare. So real quick, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. Now, these class setups are really nice. I use them majority of the time when I'm playing Call of Duty, if I'm just playing while not recording, if I'm playing with some friends in 10v10 and stuff like that. I usually play a lot with these classes, and I do very, very well with these, as you guys know, of the gameplays, of course. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get a like goal of today of 150 likes. Let's see if we can do that. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get straight up into the class setups. Alright, so we're here at the class setups here, and we're going to start off with the M4A1, and which I would say it's probably the most used weapon in Modern Warfare. I'm going to be completely honest, in multiplayer side, and I would say the multiplayers in Warzone side is probably the most used. And it's really good. Now you can use this class both in Warzone and in multiplayer if you really want to. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So for the first class attachment here, what we're going to be using is going to be the monolithic suppressor. Now this is going to help with sound suppression. It's going to help with damage range. Now suppression, it can be a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. But other suppressors like the lightweight and the tactical suppressor, they're not really that good. They just take sound suppression, which you don't even see people on the mini map when you shoot without a suppressor. So with or without a suppressor, you don't even see them on the mini map. So it doesn't really matter about the sound suppression in this game, but it does let notify people if they are close to you or whatnot. So if people have common sense about the mini map, they'll know where their teammates are. If that shot's near, they'll know it's an enemy. That's a no-brainer. But the main thing we're going to be looking at here is going to be the damage at range that we're going to be looking at here. So the damage range is good. It helps with effective at longer distance. It helps your bullets be more effective at a longer distance, which is very, very good. Now, I like using the monolithic suppressor, if you guys know, of course. That's really the only thing I really use on weapons, just because of how great of a attachment it is. The damage at range is just, it's very helpful, and you really need it in this game, because people like to camp from a very far distance and just pre-aim with snipers or something like that. It's just ridiculous how people play. So this is attachment number 1. Now, attachment number 2, it can be 2 things here. And the first one we're going to look at here is going to be the stock M16 Grenadier barrel. This is going to help with damage at range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. This is the best barrel to run by far. But if you use this means you get more damage at range, which is very, very helpful if you're running the monolithic suppressor. So this just extends how effective your bullets are going to be in Modern Warfare. Next, you have bullet velocity. Now, this means that your bullets will be traveling in air faster before it drops off. So this is very helpful as well for longer distant, fights. It just helps your bullets get across the map faster, which is very nice. And then next, we have recoil control. Now, recoil control is it just explains itself right here. It helps control your weapon if there is recoil on it, which this build I'm going to be showing you guys doesn't really have that much of recoil. So this is a very good attachment to run. But also, I know people that, they run the Crovis Custom Marksman barrel. Now, you have the same thing. You got damage at range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, which people always find out which barrel is better. Now, by far, the stock M16 Grenadier barrel is the best one in the game for the M4A1, but the Crovis is basically the same thing, but you can move a little bit faster than you would with the stock M16 Grenadier barrel here. So they're both really good. They're almost the same, but this one is just a tad bit better. But the Crovis Custom Marksman better is for movement, if you want to use that for movement. But I would go with the stock M16 Grenadier barrel. Alright, so next is going to be the underbarrel. Now the underbarrel is going to help with depends what we pick here, which we're going to be picking the Commando foregrip. Now the Commando foregrip is going to help with recoil stabilization and aiming stability. Now this is helpful in so many ways. Of course, we have recoil stabilization. Now that means that we won't have any recoil as much, and as well, aiming stability. Now, aiming stability is going to be important as well because of how small the iron sights are. You really need to be focused in, and your gun needs to be steady. If you're pre-aiming something, you don't want your gun to be doing the little sway thing it does, and it's kind of annoying. And having stability on your weapon is super, super important, which is very helpful at a longer distance when you're pre-aiming and stuff like that. So this is why I pick the Commando foregrip as attachment number 3. Now, attachment number 4 is going to be the 60 round mag. Now, I honestly like the 60 round mag over, anything basically. I like using the 60 round mag just because it gives me more bullets in my magazine, and it's very helpful just because of you don't have to reload as much every time you get a kill. With the M4A1, it does kill pretty quick in its way, and so I would say you could probably kill about 9 to 10 people with one magazine of the M4A1. But I have a habit of every time I get a kill or so, I reload. But you don't really have to do what I do. But this is very helpful. Just run around, not have to reload, not have to worry about reloading half the time. But yeah, the 60 round mag I would say is the best magazine size in the game. 50 round, I don't see the point of a 50 round magazine. But anyways, now next is going to be 2 grips that I would prefer here. It doesn't really matter. It just depends on the build you do. So what I would go with off the rip is going to be the stippled grip tape. Now the stippled grip tape is going to help with aim down sight speed. Then it's going to help with sprint to fire speed. So this can be very helpful for being aggressive if you're like a run and gun type of player like me. You got your aim down sight speed. You come up to someone. You'll have a battle. Whoever first aim down sights, that's usually who wins that gunfight. It's the first person to hold that trigger to fire, and as well aim down sight to get that most accuracy. In my opinion, when it comes to Call of Duty, you have to have the accuracy, and you need to be able to shoot first. And you usually win that gunfight unless you just jump around like a crazy man and just luckily live it. But the aim down sight speed is very important, and as well sprint to fire speed. So this is very helpful as well for being aggressive because one, when you're running, you come off a sprint faster. When you start shooting off a sprint, you can actually do it faster than not having this stippled grip tape on, which that's going into our next grip with the rubberized grip tape. You won't have that. You won't have that sprint to fire speed, so it's going to be way slower when you're trying to bring up the gun. So it is very, very slow. You don't want to use that. But it is also good for recoil control. So if you want to have a gun that has no recoil or nothing like that, you want to run the rubberized grip tape. This is more for a pre-aiming build, like more of a competitive type. You don't want to miss your shots in competitive or anything like that. So rubberized grip tape is very important, but stippled grip tape is going to help you just be more aggressive and stuff like that. So this is what I would recommend, the stippled grip tape. Now that is it. If you want to know the secondary, I am running the Renetti with the monolithic suppressor, the MK3 burst mod with lightweight trigger, 27 round mag, and the XRK Pro grip. Now I run the same perks for usually all my weapons classes here, which is double time, restock shrapnel with a Simtex and a stem shot, which is very nice. Now we're gonna go on to the next one, which is gonna be the MP5. Now the MP5 is gonna be a super fun one to make, and you guys are gonna like it. Again, this is a Warzone and a multiplayer class that you can use. So let's go ahead and get into it here. So first attachment, we're going to look under the barrels here, which is going to be the monolithic integral suppressor. Now, there is a hidden pro on here, which gives you damage at range. So we have sound suppression, better bullet velocity, and as well, we have damage range, which this is very nice. It's very helpful, so you don't have to waste an attachment here. So this is very nice. Again, sound suppression, bullet velocity, and damage at range, which is very helpful. So this is attachment number 1. Now, attachment number 2 is going to be the Merc 4 grip. Now, I personally like running the Merc 4 grip just because of its recoil control and hip fire accuracy. Now, this is very helpful as well. Just, if you're a running gunner, you can just hip fire if it's needed. Very helpful. So, we're running this. And as well, recoil control, which is very helpful. Now, next is going to be the 45 round mag. Now, I'm using this due to just being more aggressive, just running around the map, just be able to shoot more, kill people more without reloading, which is very helpful. So this is why I'm running this. Next is going to be the stippled grip tape. Now the stippled grip tape is going to be very helpful because of it's being aggressive way. You can aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed like we were talking about for the M4A1. You'll be able to shoot faster off a sprint, and as well aim down sights faster, which is very helpful. We have the collapse stock, which is going to help us with movement speed and aim down sight speed. So this weapon right now, very fast to shoot. Will shoot off a sprint faster, run around the map faster, and as well aim down sight speed super duper quick, which is going to be very helpful. You'll be able to kill people super fast in this one right here. So this is by far like the try hard class setup. So this one's changed up a little bit for the perks. I am running quick fix on this one. Now this means if you kill someone, if you're hurt, your health regens right after that kill. So it's very helpful sometimes if you don't have your stim shot. And then I'm running the same. We have restock shrapnel, Semtex, stim shot. We have the Graw next. Now the Graw is going to be very helpful as well. Very nice weapon at long distance and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get straight up into this one here. So for our first attachment here for the class, we're going to be using the monolithic suppressor. Now the monolithic suppressor, of course, it's going to help with damage at range. Very helpful at longer distances and stuff like that. So this is attachment number 1. Now attachment number 2. Now this is a very picky if you want to. We can either use the Tempest Archangel barrel or we can use the Nexus barrel. Now it's really up to you. They kind of have the same type of thing going on, but the Archangel is going to be way better. So you're going to want to run this because of damage at range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Very helpful at longer distances and stuff like that, which I would say this weapon is probably the best for long distance gunfights in my opinion. I think this is by far just the best barrel for the gun, so I would highly recommend using the Archangel barrel over the Nexus barrel. Now next we have the underbarrel, which is going to be the Commando foregrip. We're going to have recoil stabilization and aiming stability, which is going to be very nice. I think this is very important to run on this gun, so it's very nice as well. Next is going to be the 60 round magazine. You're going to want to run this, just to have that more of the ammo in the magazine, so you can shoot more, not have to reload as much every time, and that makes it a risk of less of a chance of you getting shot while reloading. Very helpful. And then finally we have the X-Arcade Void 2 rear grip. This is going to help with aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. This is just going to help it be more aggressive while aiming down sights faster and shooting off a sprint faster, which is very nice. And then we have for our perks for this one, we have the quick fix restock shrapnel, stim shot, and the Semtex. We have the same Renetti class for every class, so that's nice. Now for our fourth class here, we have the MP7. Now there's multiple builds you can do for this gun. Now I'm going to show you the class that I prefer using. It has no recoil, maximum movement speed, so let's go ahead and get into it here. So for this class here, what you're going to want to run is the FSS Recon barrel. This is going to help with damage at range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Very helpful. You're going to want to run this. This is just the best barrel to run for this weapon here. So go ahead and attach that. Now next is going to be the Merc foregrip. Now the Merc foregrip is going to help with recoil control and hip fire accuracy. Now this class here is just, like I said, a run and gun, where if you want to run, you can hip fire, which the hip fire on the MP7 is actually pretty good, I'm not going to lie. So you're going to want to run the Merc foregrip on this one. Very nice. Now next is going to be the 60 round magazine. I'm going to run the 60 round magazine. This is going to just help, just not have to reload as much and have the less of the chance of dying while reloading. So we're going to throw that on. We have the rubberized grip tape for recoil control. Now we're not really running stuff with has recoil control on here because we're going to need this, all the the barrel, the Merc foregrip, and this rear grip as well. We're going to need this just for this last attachment here, which is going to be the no stock. This is going to help with movement speed and aim down sight speed, and we lose recoil control. So you're going to want to run this just because you don't want to lose any of that recoil that you do have. Or my bad, you want to run this because if you run this, of course you lose recoil control, but with the FS Recon, the Merc foregrip, and the rubberized grip tape, basically you don't lose any recoil. So this is very nice. So this is weapon number 4. You're running quick fix, restock, shrapnel, Semtex, stem shot, and the Renetti as well. And then we have the final class. The final class is the ASVAL. Now the ASVAL is a little bit tricky to use, I'm not gonna lie. It's like a submachine gun more than an assault rifle in my opinion, which I'm gonna try to make it as best of an assault rifle as I can. So for the first attachment on the ASVAL, you're going to want to run the VLK 200mm OSA barrel. Now this is just going to help with damage at range and bullet velocity. It's very nice. You need that damage at range, of course, and as well the bullet velocity is very important as well because the gun already shoots fast, so the bullets will be traveling faster in air before it drops off. super important, nice to use, so I'm going to use that. Now, since this weapon shoots fast, we're going to be throwing on the Commando foregrip due to recoil stabilization and aiming stability. This is just going to be very helpful for the weapon so you can control it more since it shoots fast. You want to have stuff that helps control the weapon, so this is why we're running this attachment for number 2. Now, attachment number 3, I went ahead and threw on the 30 round mag. Now, I would rather have 30 than 20, so but you just in general, you do run out of ammo pretty quick with this weapon, so later on I'll show you what else you want to run. But the 30 round mag is going to be helpful so you don't have to reload every time you get a kill, basically, because how fast the gun shoots. I would say you'd be able to kill about 3 or 4 people with the 30 round mag on, which is kind of helpful. I don't know, it's just like the gun just shoots way too fast in my opinion. I think it needs just a little bit of a tweak, I don't know, but we're gonna throw that on. Now next is gonna be the rubberized grip tape. Now the rubberized grip tape is gonna help with recoil control. Like I said, this weapon does shoot really fast, so you're gonna want to run this just because it does help you control your weapon more, which you really need for this class. And we are using this just because of recoil control. You really need it, so trust me on that. And then finally, we're going to be throwing on the Stovall S6P30 skillet stock. That's going to help with aim down sight speed, and it's going to help with aim walking movement speed. So this is very helpful while aiming down sights and you're moving left to right, strafing in a way, and it's going to help with aim down sight speed to be more aggressive when it comes to running gunning. So that is it. If you want to know the and my bad, I forgot about this. Now the perks, you're going to want to run a scavenger on this weapon because the VAL does not have any type or matching type of bullets to any other weapon in the game. So you're either going to want to run fully loaded, make sure you have a lot of ammo drops in the game, or you're going to want to run scavenger. I'd rather run scavenger so you don't have to remove a perk or an attachment. We still have restock and shrapnel and everything stays the same here, but that is it for all my classes. I hope you do enjoy them. If you are new to the channel, do make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. It's been your Paradox, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.